Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about the portfolio that's due at the end of this course. A portfolio is a collection of the lesson plans that you're going to begin to make. In the portfolio, you're going to choose 5 of your best lesson plans. Actually, in this course, we're going to be making 8 lesson plans. I'll be providing you with some feedback on each of the lesson plans. And then you must select 5 of those which you think are the best and are the most representative of your work. So first, today we're going to go over the guidelines for the portfolio. I'm going to show you the rubric, and then we're going to talk about the presentation that you must do on your portfolio as well. So first, let's take a look at the guidelines. So it's very simple, as I just said, if you'll read along with me. In the portfolio, you will create a portfolio of various lessons that can be used for the language skills. This includes reading, writing, speaking, listening, grammar. Your portfolio should contain a diverse type of activities with games and technology integrated when possible. And now we've already learned about the multiple intelligences, so you must include different activities that address different multiple intelligences. You must submit your 5 best lesson plans. This portfolio must be submitted on Moodle and in live text. And the rubric, which I'm going to explain right now, and it's already on Moodle, will help you to understand what's required for this portfolio. The portfolio is 30% of your final course grade. So it's really important that you do the lesson plans and get feedback, and then incorporate that feedback so that you can make the lessons better. After you've done your portfolio, you're going to make a presentation. And if you refer back to our syllabus, your presentation will be a 5 to 7 minute video of you talking about or explaining some of the lessons in your portfolio. And there's a rubric for this, which we're getting ready to look at, and this is worth 10% of your grade. So for your portfolio, you're going to need a cover page, and this is kind of an example of what you'll have on your cover page. So these are the different 8 lesson plans that we're going to be making in this course, and you're going to choose 5. So if you choose, for example, the grammar lesson plan, then you write the title of your lesson plan here. And if you do the writing, then of course you write the title of your lesson. Speaking, listening, and maybe idioms. Maybe those would be my 5. So remember, we're making 8 lesson plans, but you're only going to need to submit 5 for your portfolio. Okay, let's take a look at the rubric so that you can understand how to make an A. Okay, here's an example of our rubric for your lesson plans. Okay, notice that we have the lowest score to the highest score. Hopefully all of you are going to get exemplary. So let's highlight these, and these are the ones that I want to focus on. Of course, when you have time, go back and read the entire rubric, which is on Moodle. So we're going to be looking at your objectives in your lesson plan. And if you want an A, then your objectives should be very clear, and students should know exactly what you expect of them. And you should also include your TESOL standards, which are listed in your syllabus. And of course, you want to include your own standards as well. And we've been talking about that already in week 1. The procedures, you'll need all the procedures in your lesson plan so that if a substitute were to teach your lesson, she would be able to follow the lesson plan without any questions. You'll need to show lots of engagement where students are actively involved in the lesson. So these will be meaningful activities that are relevant to the students. And again, these should address the different multiple intelligences and the different learning styles that we've already learned about. In your lesson plan, you must have sequenced activities, and they must draw on the student's prior knowledge. So make sure that your lessons seem to build upon each other. There should be some type of assessment in your lesson plan. This can be both formal or informal, but again, the assessment should reflect the objectives, and they should also reflect the different types of assessment that are possible. That is, you don't want to have just multiple choice or true-false assessments every day. Sometimes you might want to have thumbs up, thumbs down. Sometimes you might want to have an exit ticket, sometimes an essay, sometimes a project. There's so many different types of assessment, so make sure that you use different alternatives. Again, a variety of activities that address the student's MI, multiple intelligences. And you should have a lot of resources in your lesson plan. So not just the textbook, but maybe also some videos, some screencasts, any other type of resources that you think might be necessary. So if you want to get an A in the class and on this assignment, then make sure you read the exemplary category and make sure you try to have your lesson plans as detailed as possible. And please use the template that I'm going to be sharing with you for your lesson plan so that they look more standardized. Okay, at the end, after you create all your lesson plans, you will also do a video or a screencast presentation about your lesson plans. And here is the rubric for your presentation. So you can see that I'm looking at organization, content, presentation, and all of these have different point values. So make sure that you look at all of these and you're able to try to get as many points as possible on all of the different categories on the rubric. Okay, so that explains the rubric, and hopefully you'll be ready by the end of the semester to do well on this. And remember, everything is in Moodle, so you can go back and you can review